Welcome to another Vahrenberg Implement informational series video, and today we're going to talk hay. It's not how fast you mow, it's how good your hay is that you mow fast. And quality versus quantity is what matters when you select HESSTON built hay products by Massey Ferguson. And that is a perfect example of the 1383. This features a HydroSwing tongue. You know who was the first to invent the HydroSwing? Yes, HESSTON. HESSTON knows hay, and they've been building quality innovations in hay tools. You can see this big long HydroSwing tongue. You've got cylinder to allow you to cut on either side of the thing. One of the unique things of this machine is Pto Driveline. This features the Drawbar Swivel Hitch. We'll just get it lined up here. You actually drive your tractor drawbar right inside of here. These plates are adjustable by shims to take out a lot of the slop. And if you look way back in here, you'll see this right angle plate. There is a screw underneath, and you adjust that the first time to where your drawbar hits that plate. You back in to that adjustment plate, drop your hitch pin in, put the retainer on, and yes, the hitch pin does come with this. When you do that, all you've got is just a regular PTO shaft that comes from the tractor, or from the machine to the tractor. You don't have a big double constant velocity joint. All that PTO shaft is going to do is take up variations of going over slopes. Where the turn happens is in the magic of the dual gearbox system. You've got this gearbox comes in, your input comes in, and you've got a shaft that comes up. You have another shaft that connects out of here. This shaft is going all the way back to the header. So there is no need to make a constant velocity joint on this machine, because if you can turn, we'll show you how tight you can turn. Can you turn that tight? Probably not, because your tires are going to be in here. But that's as tight as you can turn with a Massey Ferguson Drawbar Swivel Hitch machine, and it'll go both directions. Got a nice hose holder here. You have your lockouts up in front. This machine, you got raise and lower, you got hydraulic tilt. But back on the PTO shaft, if you watch, we're going to follow this PTO shaft all the way back. And if you notice this bar here, what this does is when this machine pivots, that gearbox pivots. So if we're cutting to the left side of the tractor, that gearbox is going to be pointed this way. Yes, that PTO drive shaft stays in line. Very simple, very effective. It's HESSTON innovation. Makes it an easier, better machine. The high arch, an arch is stronger than flat, so this gives you a lot more strength and durability and dependability. Dual lift cylinders. You've got one on the left and right. This is what they consider a master-slave setup. And the spring is here because the birds are here. They're trying to build nests everywhere. This machine is sold. We're getting ready to deliver it, is why we're doing the video this morning. Got your lockouts here. The lockouts on the front is on your two-way cylinder on your HydroSwing tongue. But you also see a hydraulic cylinder here. That's header tilt. You can set this pin based on the degrees of tilt that you want, and it'll pick the header flat every time. It's linked into the hydraulic lift circuit right here. That's going to lift these cylinders. When you lift these cylinders, it's going to pick that header up too. You set from 0, 2 to 4 or 6 degrees of tilt with that machine. That's going to be your stop of how far you want it tilted down, and every time it's going to raise it. So that's another HESSTON unique innovation. One of probably the biggest things with this is, what is a razor bar? Well, razor bar won the West. the commercial hay producers, the professional hay producers out west that grow that super high dollar, high feed quality alfalfa hay love the Hesston razor bark cutter bed. There it is, the world famous. The self-propelled windrowers made this famous. Now you get it in your pull type mower. But there's a lot of things to talk about. Just some little extras. This protector here, this bump bar, that's going to help keep the cut and uncut material when it bends from wearing the top of your curtains out. That's one of them things. You've got easy to open shields. Metal here, big heavy duty magnets there, but the cutter bar. This is a modular cutter bar built by AGCO. And if you look, you can see this is a modular design. You've got a separation in the bar right here. Separation in the bar there. You have another separator right here. So if you would destroy a module, it can be replaced. But one of the unique things of this cutter bar is if you look at the skid shoes, your skid shoe center comes from the center of a unit to the other one. This is where mud clogging can happen. So what we've done is kept no seam in between the discs, and that's where it's important, because your cut material is coming through here. This blade's turning this direction, so it's pulling that material and you don't have any place for it to clog up. Gives you a cleaner, better cut, and keeps the mud out of your hay. Cows hate eating dirt just as bad as humans hate eating dirt. One of the most unique things is the conditioning system. People look at this and go, wow, what's going on here? This is a steel on steel, 110 inch cut, 110 inch width conditioning system with a turbulence reduction roller. Why do I need a turbulence reduction roller? Short crop. You ever get into short crops? Yep. This reduces the air turbulence under here to blow that crop and make sure it gets through the conditioner. The steel on steel conditioner with its exclusive design, you can see this taper here. It does not smash the crop. It is perfectly precision matched. If you look all the way across the length of this, those conditioner rolls are exactly the same level. Hesston goes to great extremes to precision machine these conditioner rolls. This is a herringbone design. It allows the crop to pull evenly from both sides. If you have a twisted conditioner across the side, your hay is going to travel one way. This is to help build a better windrow, lay that crop out more even so it dries better to make higher quality hay. Your conditioner, if you think of my finger, it's just supposed to bend. It's supposed to crack that crop, bend that crop, just like taking a drinking straw. And I've shown that in another video. Precision conditioning systems are kind of like this drinking straw. If you think of those lugs on that conditioner, is all they're trying to do is take that crop and bend it around that lug, which opens these corners. If this was a good drinking straw like I used to have when a kid, you'd never be able to suck through it, but today's have too much rubber. So they're basically taking, every time it goes across those lugs, it's been in one direction, another direction, and another direction. And that is all they want to do, is open these little corners so that water comes out. Bend that crop where it breaks the edges. That's all we're doing, is taking that stem around these edges and making it crimp that stem so the stems dry faster than the leaves do. So you build a better quality hay. That turbulence reduction roller also helps in real extreme conditions and heavy crops to lift the crop off the cutter bar and put it in there. That relieves the need to have crop lifters on your cutter bar. This machine does not require big horsepower eating, performance reducing crop lifters. It's done with that turbulence reduction roller. Understanding that conditioning system is the reason that Hesston has become a leader. You can actually access both sides. We'll come over here. Watch these springs, or watch those magnets there. You got a big cast iron 3-year guarantee, razor bar guarantee on the components inside of that they will not fail. One of the differences, and it's hard to see from the outside, is the gear thickness. I've seen the cutaways of everybody. You're not going to find a thicker gear than the HESSTON razor bar cutter bed. The other thing is we use sealed bearings. What happens when you initially start up a gear bed cutter bed? You get little chat and shavings. If you don't seal the bearings, that gets in your bearings and immediately starts wearing your cutter bed. We have yet to replace a bearing on a razor bar cutter bed. The previous series Comber bed used a sealed bearing, and we've replaced 2 of those here since the 1980s. We don't have cutter bar problems from normal maintenance. Yes, you can hit stuff and tear some stuff up, and that's the reason one of the bearings is replaced. It's got a shear point on the disc, but that cutter bed is part of the special. The conditioner rolls, that's what makes quality hay. We don't beat the leaves off the crop, but the other part of that conditioning system lies right back here. You know what that is, ladies and gentlemen? That's hydraulic tensioning. You can adjust your conditioner roll tension. Premium feature found basically on self-propelleds on a pull type mower conditioner. You got hydraulic density control on your conditioner roll gap. So you can come back here, fine tune what setting, you know, for what crop you want. If you want a little more condition, you're going to run in the green area, but you're going to determine your conditioner roll pressure by doing this versus guesstimating with wrenches and adjusting springs to hope you get a good crimp. HESSTON design makes it easier, simpler, and better. You got the flotation springs to help carry the load. You adjust those to follow the ground contours. We'll jump over here on the other side. These little doors make it nice and easy. This is your wind guard adjustment right there. It's a belt drive from the gearbox to the conditioner rolls. That, if you get this, is an added protection. It'll slip instead of shearing or tearing up other stuff. But you can say that conditioner roll in there. Gearbox driven to the PTO shaft there that goes down to the cutter bed. But the wind guards, this is part of the other secret to HESSTON. If you look, you got a big wind guard right across up there. You lay that down, it's going to lay it nice and flat. You raise that wind guard, then you're going to start using these side and the rear deflectors. You can adjust those without any tools right here. You adjust this and this, and you can set those wind guards to whatever width you want. A lot of studies say the wider you lay it, the better, the more even and consistent drying time. You know, what works for you? The big thing is learning to bale hay for quality versus quantity. It may require cutting a little bit earlier. HESSTON has 2 awesome video series, one on myfarmlife.com and one on Massey Ferguson, about baling quality versus quantity. One is done with the Southeast Hay promotion, Southeast Hay contest that Massey Ferguson and HESSTON are a big supporter of. The other one is done by Farm Life, which is the official magazine of AGCO Corporation. They have a Massey Ferguson edition, and they have a series of videos that help you learn about baling quality alfalfa. I would highly suggest spending some time and listening to those professors and listening to the experts of how to bale for quality versus quantity. Your cattle will appreciate it, or your livestock, however you're baling, to help, because they're going to eat more nutritious and require less hay and increase the gain, which is all putting money in your pocket. Thank you for stopping in this morning, letting me show you the 1383 Massey Ferguson Disc Mower Conditioner. This features the Drawbar Swivel Hitch. A 2-point is available. It operates the gearboxes the same. Exclusive razor bar cutter bed, precision matched conditioning roll system. You won't find a better conditioner or a tougher to build quality hay versus quantity. Come visit your local Massey Ferguson dealer, or if you're in West Central Missouri, come visit us at Vahrenberg Implement. We're here to show you, teach you, and help you get the most out of your investment. There's more to buying equipment than price alone. Thank you, and watch soon for new videos coming from Vahrenberg Implement.